Excellent player package here. Slick handled, brand new, unchalked, unplayed Mike Stacey with the slick handle and the carbon fiber high performance extended shaft upgrade right here at Crossroad Cues. Just hit the inventory. Thank you once again to our good friend Mr. Mike Stacey, the man, the myth, and the legend from the great state of Indiana. Mike's work just never, ever ceases to amaze me. I've always thought of Mike as having a really nice, clean and crisp finished product. But I got to tell you, the finish on this cue right here really looks like glass. It's got a great looking finish on it. Those of you that follow our page, you've seen how fast the other Cocobolo Merry Widow sold in a matter of minutes, the one that had the leather wrap on it. And I'll tell you what, I liked that cue a lot, but I like this one even more. The slick handle on this one is highly figured Birdseye Maple. It's been stained. It's got a great looking color that really complements the Cocobolo. Now, if you notice at the top of this cue, in the forearm or the front of the cue or the nose, this is some really deep, dark, rich Cocobolo. If you look at the swirl mark right here, it kind of favors something that you would see in a guitar, if that makes sense. It's really got a nice pattern to it right there. Great looking figure. But as you move down to the bottom of the cue into the butt sleeve, now this is what really sets it on fire. No pun intended, but this Cocobolo right here is very fiery, kind of looks like lava. It's got red, it's got black, but what really brings it out, or brings everything together, or stands out, I should say, is the orange undertones that come through. So take a look. Let me show you like this. Take a look at that. Doesn't that slick handle really complement the Cocobolo? It's a perfect marriage together. So notably, Cocobolo, besides being a truly beautiful wood that comes in, many different colors with all types of different figure, depending on where it comes from. Some of it comes from Mexico, hence the Mexican Cocobolo. Some is Central American. But in any event, besides being a truly beautiful wood to look at, right there, this stuff is just notorious for playing really good. That's the real reason why the cue makers for many years have chosen to use Cocobolo. It's not just because it looks nice, it plays great. And I'll tell you something else, you guys should tip your hat to a cue maker the next time you see one. I've heard that Cocobolo can actually be dangerous when they're working with it. It can be hazardous to them, just like many of the other chemicals and the things that go into making one of these beautiful cues right here. So again, tip your hat to your favorite cue maker and thank them, not just for the great playability, but for all the blood, sweat, tears, and the work. It's a labor of love for them. And I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do what they do, especially at this level. Mr. Mike Stacey just always builds a great cue. There's that Mike Stacey logo at the bottom of the butt cap, and you've got it right here into the black phenolic. Again, Cocobolo on the front and back, highly figured Birdseye slick handle. Of course, you've got the signature Mike Stacey 3/8 11. We like to call that the big pin. It's known as the Southwest style pin. Mike primarily uses that pin, but I have talked to him recently where he's had thoughts of using some other stuff, not as a switch or to change what he does. But I know that he would build with something else in a certain situation. But for the most part, I've never seen a Mike Stacey with anything but that pin right there. I love the big pin that he uses. I just love the connection. I love how solid his cues hit. So if I had to give you my assessment of how a Mike Stacey cue hits, you've heard me say it before and I'll say it again, I would put the hit the playability, the balance, the construction, everything included. I'd put his work up with anything out there. They play so good. This one right here, I'll give you an idea. See there? Nope. Right about there. There's where it starts to tip forward. Nice forward balance. I'm going to give you a better look at that Cocobolo. By the time you're watching this video, pay attention to the top of the post. It might be sold. We just can't get enough of Mike's cues in stock. I'll tell you what, if Mike told me he could sell me 30 cues right now, I'd buy every one of them. If he told me he'd sell me 50 of them, I'd buy all 50 of them because, again, the playability, the craftsmanship, and everything involved in a Mike Stacey cue is just first class. What's really cool about this, why I started off this video with saying this is a great player package, not only are you getting a nice custom-made Mike Stacey, you're getting a Canadian hard rock maple shaft, 13 millimeter. You are also getting a 29.5, so slightly longer carbon fiber high-performance shaft. So there you go. Brand new Mike Stacey custom cue, slick handle with the carbon fiber, available right here, right now, while supplies last at crossroadcues.com. If you're watching this video, again, make sure you contact me to make sure that this is available. It is the only one that we have in stock, and I guarantee it's not going to last very long. Thanks for taking a peek. crossroadcues.com.